Hi, everybody. Captain Lou here with another extravagant few minutes live here on 12-Ounce Sports and, of course, on our Facebook page, which is the Captain Lou Extravaganza Facebook page. And we also are live on our YouTube channel, which is 12-Ounce Sports, that we invite you to subscribe to get all the latest and greatest programming that we have here on 12-Ounce Sports. All right, let's get to it. What a weekend for Stanley Cup Game 7. Winnipeg and Dallas. Dallas and Colorado first on Saturday night. We talked about it yesterday. Dallas getting 4 unanswered goals in the third period, to make it a 4-2 victory over Colorado in Game 7. They advanced to take on the winner of Winnipeg and St. Louis. And how many of you were like me? 3-1 after they gave up the goal with about 30 seconds left in the second period, that being Winnipeg. To go down 3-1, you thought lights were out in Winnipeg. The whiteout was done. Well, lo and behold, 2 minutes left to go in the third period. They pulled the goaltender, and it was Vyacheslav Nemestikov at 18:04, making it 3-2. Well, they still were down a goal, but the Winnipeg whiteout miracle. How about Cole Perfetti? 1.6 seconds left in regulation time, was able to get the pass and put it past Jordan Bennington. And that made it 3-3. They went into overtime. Nobody scored. But then in double overtime at 16:10, Adam Lowry with his third goal of the playoffs. And the Winnipeg Jets on the 200th game 7, that is, in Stanley Cup history, the first ever home Game 7 in the NHL for the Winnipeg Jets. Lowry was the hero. And the Winnipeg Jets go on to a 4-3 victory in double overtime over St. Louis. They get to advance to take on Dallas. That's going to be one heck of a series. We have got 4 dynamite, and I mean dynamite, Stanley Cup matchups in the second round in the semifinals. I got to tell you, really looking forward to all of them. Eastern Conference semis, you've got Toronto and Florida. They started off tonight. It's going to be a humdinger of a series there, whatever you want to call it, a slobber knocker. I'm going to stick with my Stanley Cup predictions that I started with at the beginning of the year, but this one's going to go 7, everybody. Toronto is going to get the monkey off of their back. Finally, they're going to defeat the defending Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers in 7 games. Give me Toronto to go to the Stanley Cup or to the Eastern Conference final, where they're going to take on, that's right, the Colorado Hurricanes, because they're going to take out the Washington Capitals in 6 games. I love the Ovi story getting the all-time scoring record, but I love Rod Brind'Amour and the Colorado Hurricanes just a little bit more. Give me Carolina over Washington in 6. In the Western Conference Finals, my heart says Edmonton. It really does. I would love to see them get to the Stanley Cup final. I think Vegas is just a little too strong. I like Vegas's goaltending a little better. I thought they played better in their series than Edmonton did against Los Angeles. I thought the Kings gave it away to Edmonton. Give me Vegas over the Edmonton Oilers. And the other one, give me Winnipeg over Dallas in 7. I'm sticking with the Winnipeg Jets. They're my pick to go to the Stanley Cup final. Give me the Jets over Dallas. Home ice advantage, I think, is going to be huge for the Winnipeg Jets. Connor Hellebuck. They got the monkey off of their back. Now let's see if they can parlay that into a deeper run, that being the Jets. Give me the Jets in 6 over the Dallas Stars. In the NBA conference semifinals, they started yesterday. Cleveland lost to Indiana, so Indiana's up 1-0, but I'm still sticking with them. I'm going to go with Cleveland over Indiana in 7. And the other one, I don't think this one's going to be even this close. I'm going to go with Boston. I think they're much deeper. New York struggled with Detroit badly in that series. Detroit should have beat them. New York won't be able to get away with that against Boston. Give me the Celtics in 6. And in the Western Conference Finals, I like OKC over Denver in 6. I think that's going to be a good series. And I'm going with an upset here. Give me Golden State over Minnesota. I'm going to go with the old farts. As much as I'm not a big Draymond Green fan, I think their defense is going to neutralize Minnesota. Give me Golden State over Minnesota in 6. All right, when we come back, we're going to take a look at this week, or today rather, in sports history, including today's birthdays in sports, right here on an extravagant few minutes on 12-Ounce Sports. Welcome back, everybody, to an extravagant few minutes live here on 12 Ounce Sports and, of course, the Captain Lou Extravaganza Facebook page. Now with an extravagant look at today in sports history. In 1987, on this date, the Detroit Tigers fell 11 games behind in the American League East, but they were able to claw their way back to take that American East title with 99 wins, of course, losing to the Minnesota Twins in the American League Championship Series. In 1995, the Boston Celtics played their last game in the old Garden, getting eliminated by the Orlando Magic 95-92. In 1978, Pete Rose became the 14th player in Major League Baseball history to reach 3,000 hits. In 1969, the Milwaukee Bucks signed their first-round draft pick, that being Lou Alcindor out of UCLA, better known, of course, as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And in 1904, Cy Young pitched the first modern-era perfect game for the Boston Americans as he defeated the Philadelphia A's 3-2. Today's birthdays in the world of sports: former Houston Rocket P.J. Tucker, he just turned 40. Muhsin Muhammad, East Lansing, Michigan native, of course, played at Michigan State and the Carolina Panthers. He's 52. Ziggy Palffy, former NHLer, is 53. Terry Baker from Oregon State, he was the 1962 Heisman Trophy winner. He turned 83 today. And Charles Nagy, former Major League Baseball player with the Cleveland Guardians, back then the Cleveland Indians, he turns 58. All right, that's going to do it for this week, or today's sports history, and also today's birthdays. And also that's going to do it for this edition of an extravagant few minutes right here on 12 Ounce Sports and, of course, the Captain Lou Extravaganza Facebook page. We thank you for welcoming us into your homes, on your computers, your laptops, iPhones, however you watched us around the world here on 12 Ounce Sports. Join us Wednesday night for another edition of the Captain Lou Extravaganza. Captain Lou and Mitch will be along at 7 o'clock with up-to-date sport news, and we'll get another Philadelphia Philly insider. That'll be a lot of fun. Join us right here on 12 Ounce Sports for that. All right, everybody, Captain Lou with this reminder to keep your heads up, keep your sticks down, keep your feet moving, and as always, keep your minds open. So long, everybody.